Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Probably TMI podcast with your host, Shelby.
And Matt.
We are back and we're better than ever. Isn't that right?
Always. We
Always, every
always are.
single week, we're
Mhm.
here to provide you guys with some entertainment. So, in the meantime, how are you doing this week, Mads?
I'm doing good. Like we
Good.
mentioned last week, I'm on my spring break. So I've just been chilling and vibing. I laid out in the sun a little bit today because
Nice.
Florida hit us with a cold front a couple days ago. And I had an eye doctor's appointment today, so that was really fun and exciting, but nothing
Oh,
nothing like life-changing. How about you? How's your week going?
my week's been going pretty good. It's just been about work. It's been about um meetings, scheduling meetings and interviews because I'm just a businesswoman.
Yeah, business girl
Um,
era.
I'm a business girl era. I got my card declined again at this restaurant called El Encanto. And the
Um,
lady was a complete bitch to me. She was a complete bitch.
because your card declined?
My card wasn't
Or
declined. It was my ID that she didn't take. My ID was
uh
declined. Did I say card?
yeah.
Okay, my ID, my card's
So
never declined, baby girls. My ID was declined because it's literally the driver's license I got when I was like 14, 15.
mhm,
And so it literally bends right in half. It bends.
okay.
And it's the old one. It's the vertical ID, not the
Yeah.
horizontal. So she's like, she just came off really, really bitchy. So I don't even need to get into it. She's just a whore.
Yeah.
So my experience there was bad, but other than that, it's been just, pretty crazy week. Got my bathtub resurfaced. I've been picking up shifts,
Nice.
and yeah, that's about it. So
Good.
yeah. Well, speaking of interesting
Yeah.
weeks, we have a bit of an interesting topic, and I think something we all can relate to, and
Hmm.
that is the world of dating, online dating, in-person dating. And why is it so damn hard to date somebody these days, and what
Yeah.
goes into that?
Especially like in your 20s, like in our age. I feel like it's weird.
It is weird because you're separated from being in school. Like, I feel like that was the best way to meet people when we were in like high school. You just
Mhm.
dated people that you knew, like friends, people you met at school, or like mutual friends from there. But when you get older, it becomes a
Mhm.
lot more of a process.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, there's a lot of things that kind of get in the way of that I feel are very detrimental to relationships that I've also been a victim to, like Snapchat, Instagram,
Hmm.
hell, even Facebook
Help.
Marketplace. Hell,
MySpace, like TikTok.
MySpace, TikTok. I just think that there's so many vehicles
Hmm.
of communication that can be a good thing, but a bad thing too.
Yeah. We know like social media is honestly like terrible for literally everything that exists in this world, but like we're so
Yeah.
obsessed with it that it's like never gonna go away.
Yeah. Honestly, it just like it makes it easy to meet new people online. Like when you're trying to date, like apps like Tinder, Bumble,
Hmm.
Grinder,
Yeah.
Farmer's Meat,
Foot
it
finder.
Feet Finder, exactly. But no, like it's serious because I'm single.
Hmm.
I don't have a man. So I'm kind of in that bubble with everybody else too.
Hmm.
And I've used dating apps in the past, but they're just so exhausting.
Hmm.
And people are really trying to change the way that like dating apps have evolved, but I feel like they're all like the same and they get so annoying so quick, but you'd know.
Yeah. Mine turned out good.
Mm-hmm. Her
The one and
experience
only
turned out good.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Vince and I, my boyfriend, met on Tinder. I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, my first long-term relationship, that relationship where you're in during high school, then you graduate and you're in college for the first year, and then you're completely different people and you need to move on. So
Yeah.
right after I got broken up with my ex-boyfriend, I think it was like not even a month. Like it was pretty quick. I was
I
like,
think it was like a week or
I
something. It was
don't think
like
it was a
so quick.
week. It was enough where I still had my ex on social media, like on Snapchat. So like we were, you know what I mean? We weren't like completely cut off from each other. So pretty quick. I got on Tinder and it was the only one I downloaded. And I remember I was like sitting in my dad's house and I was so sad. And I was like, I'm just gonna download Tinder. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And then that night that I downloaded it, I like started talking to two guys, and one of them was Vince. And like the other guy was like just in town. He like lived in Georgia. He went to UGA, and he just wanted like a hookup kind of thing. But I was entertaining it kind of. I was just like, ha ha ha. But obviously I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go meet up with a stranger. That's not under my cards. So the
Yeah.
other person I was talking to was Vince, and like we just started talking about random stuff about each other, and then we just clicked. And literally I gave him my phone number or whatever, or something like that. And I deleted Tinder that night from my phone. And then like a couple weeks later, we met up, completely strangers. Shelby was scared for my life.
I was so scared for her. I was like, please, I'm gonna put a tracker in your skull. Like, just let me know.
Valid though, because my
Yeah.
family's never met this guy. You've never met this guy. Like I've never met this guy. So he could have shown up, picked me up, and killed me. But I trusted him. And then we went on our first date. And about
Yeah.
like a few weeks later, he asked me to be his girlfriend. And 5 years later, it's been the best relationship ever. So
Yeah.
that's like, but I know that's more on the
That's
lower
a
end
rare.
side. It's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people that have been on dating apps have not very good luck.
Yeah. My
What's
experience
yours?
lately
Yeah.
with it is so like I downloaded Hinge
Hmm.
just to, like see what that was all about because it's all over TikTok, people using it, and there's some funny stuff on there. So I'm like, I'll try Hinge. And I realized there's two types of guys. One of the guys, you literally have like one back and forth. You're like, hey, how are you? Good. How are you?
And it's like dry.
Tinder commercials coming
What
on
are the
right behind
odds
me.
of that?
Actually, it's not that crazy. I've been getting Tinder ads like on YouTube.
There's
Anybody else
like,
going through that? I just
yeah.
keep getting Tinder ads. Is that just me? So, anywho, on Hinge, guys will be like, hi. And I'll be like, hey, how's it going? They'll be like, you are so beautiful. Let's go out tonight. What are you doing? I'm like, sir, it is 6:30 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Like I'm in my PJs.
You're right. I am not going out with you. And for me, that's too forward and it turns me off. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. Why do you want to take me out right now?
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's not good. And then other guys you talk to and then they just don't respond. And so it's kind of exhausting. And then you're like, I just don't want to deal with it. And even
Mhm.
like I kind of realized, even if I was talking to a guy a little bit long term, he was like, I want to take you out on a date. I'd probably be like, no, absolutely not. We are not going on a date. Like, as much as I want to, I just feel like it's so exhausting to date people.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I
like you're
mean?
starting over with like who you are as a person. You're like, hi, nice to meet
Hmm.
you. And you have to like do all the boring combos before you could even feel something with that person.
Right. Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
it's so like slow and awkward almost. And it's like, we're reaching our mid 20s. We're reaching the ladder.
You're
So it's
climbing
like
that ladder.
we're not trying to meet people to just like date and dump, you know?
Yeah. You
But
really want to find that person.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that I would prefer to meet somebody naturally. Like I don't like the idea of
Yeah.
like setting something up, even though that's so normal for me. I just feel so awkward. And I'd be like,
Right.
going in blind to a date like sounds like my worst nightmare.
It's scary, and it was scary for me, but it's
Yeah.
definitely intimidating because that was something I was thinking about. It's like, would you rather like find someone randomly, like out of the blue, meet them naturally out at a bar, like at a just naturally at a sporting event, who knows? Or like, do you want to know the person already and already have like a little bit of like familiarity with them, so it's not
Yeah.
as like, oh, first date like awkwardness with that person.
Yeah. What if you go out and you have nothing in common?
Yeah, and then you have like
Like
this whole date
that's
plan. You're like, oh.
oh
And
yeah,
I feel
that's
like
why it's so scary.
we're not the kind of bitches that are like, I don't like you. You're annoying and ugly. Bye. Like we're not like rude. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of
Yeah.
girls that are very confident and very like, they do this a lot. Like they go on a lot of
Yeah.
dates. They date a lot of people, so they're more confident and comfortable to be able to like say yes to a lot of things and then just like Irish exit like whenever they want. I feel like we're more the type of
Yeah. Oh my
people that are
gosh.
more like
Stick it
respectable
out.
about time, and then we'll just
Yeah.
stick it out to see what can happen. And even
The
if it's
end.
terrible, we're like, all right, let me just push through until I get dropped back off at home.
Yeah, I feel like I would not, I couldn't unless it was going really, really bad.
Yeah.
But like the whole like ghosting culture, oh, excuse
Mm.
me, the whole
That's
ghosting
okay.
culture, thank
Mhm.
you,
You're
is
welcome.
just, I don't know. It's very normalized too, which makes dating
Mhm.
really hard because like they could just stop talking to you. You could be so invested in somebody and they just stop talking to you. And you'd be like,
Right.
okay.
And that's what brings me to like, if say you do like that person, like talking on the other side of that, how do you feel about if like maybe someone that you met that you like on a
Mhm.
dating app or naturally or however, and you're just now talking to them and starting to date them? How do you feel about if they were to date like multiple people? Because I feel like it's normal, because there's like dating and then there's in a relationship,
Right.
like I just like I remember my mom would be talking about like, oh, like in high school I dated all these guys, or in college I dated these guys, but like it wasn't like serious relationships. It was like just being young and like talking to like multiple different people at the same time. Do you
Right.
think you could do that?
Like keeping your options open essentially.
Yeah. And like going on a date with a guy on Monday and then a different guy on Tuesday, but still like talking to them both, like getting to know them at the same time. I feel like that'd be so overwhelming for me.
I was gonna say I'm not that type of gal who can do that because I don't have the energy to entertain two different men. Do you know what I mean? Like if I did, I might consider that. But
Mhm.
on the other end of the scope, like being somebody that's in like a pool of other women dating the same guy, I don't know if I'm about that.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
feel the
mean?
same way. Like, yeah, I would, it's hard because I'm like, I don't,
It's a
even if I
double-edged
don't,
sword.
yeah, like even if I don't know the person that much, it's like almost like, why would I want to talk to them and really get to know them and maybe like potentially have something with this person if they're also like dating like so many people? But at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not dating them, so I should be okay with that question mark. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I feel like you have to be in those shoes to really know how you'll feel.
Yeah, I've never been in those shoes. So.
Neither have I. My
Mm,
mom did that. My mom dated a few people all at once that
mhm.
I can remember. I was alive.
I think
And
my
I was
mom might
like,
have
what
too.
is this? What's going on?
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like it
know.
was more, I don't know if it was more common like in like the early 2000s I don't know.
I feel like people still do that to this day,
Hmm.
but they're just more like out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, people are bold.
People are bold. And also the whole like concept of when you date somebody new,
Hmm.
there's such a pressure on social media and how you launch, as the kids
Oh
are
yeah,
calling it, a
like soft
soft launch,
launch, hard
soft
launch.
launching your boyfriend. It's kind of just there's so much pressure, and I've fallen victim to that too with my ex,
Hmm.
my one of my exes. He would never post me, and I'd be like, "Why don't you ever post me?" And like, I mean, I don't know. If
Yeah,
your
and it
boyfriend
shouldn't,
doesn't, in hindsight, that is such a petty, stupid thing to worry
right.
about,
But in
in my
reality, it's
opinion.
like, but why? Because social media is like our entire lives,
Right. You have like an
unfortunately.
expectation.
Right.
And yeah, and also the whole thing of like if you're with somebody and they're liking a whole bunch of other girls' photos,
Hmm.
I hate that. I find that
Yeah.
so unattractive.
Right.
And I know a lot of girls agree with that too, but some people don't.
Hmm.
Some people really don't find it to be that deep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable if it's like, mutual friends, family, cousins, but like
Yeah.
as soon as it's like, hot,
Celebs though. What about celebrities?
I don't know, maybe if depends on how provocative the picture is, maybe.
Yeah. Right.
Because I like guys like Harry Styles, I like his photos all day long, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the moment a guy does it, I'm like,
Right.
just kidding.
No, that's the thing. It's like
Hmm.
it's such like a weird it's such a
It's
weird place to be on dating these days.
it's unfortunate. It's really like not, it doesn't feel as natural as it's supposed to be. And like the only thing that like you want in a relationship is it to feel like easy and natural and not forced or uncomfortable or anything like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, I guess it really just boils down to finding somebody with your same values. And like if that is something that bothers you, you should be able to bring it up and be like, "Hey, why don't you post me?" Or like,
Hmm.
"Why like what's up with you liking every girl's bikini photo on your feed?" And
Yeah.
oh my God, the stupidest lie I've ever heard is I like everybody's photo. It's like an OCD thing. Like I've got to like everyone's photo.
That is such a bull.
Like, ew, first of all, delete the app. You have an unhealthy
You have a problem.
relationship
Yeah.
with this application.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah, it's tough, you know. I feel like
Mhm.
it's hard to date when life itself is exhausting,
Yeah.
especially when you're in your early 20s, you're moving out, you're starting your life. You already have so many other things to worry about. And so it's like
Yeah.
finding a partner is just another, maybe I'm just a little biased, you know, but finding somebody is just added to that stress of,
Yeah.
you know, moving to the beat of your own drum.
Right. That's why I feel like for our age, it seems more natural to meet someone naturally
Yeah.
because like we have so many things like going on in our lives and we're coming to the age where we have different priorities that I feel like if you meet someone more naturally, it's a lot more like, like this is
Yeah.
easier than, forcing it onto a dating app or something like that. I just got lucky.
Exactly.
I just
You
got
did. You
lucky.
got really lucky, especially overnight, like your first day. Like,
Hmm.
hello. I I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What if like say that you and Vince weren't together? What if you were talking to somebody and you really, really liked him, but he
Mhm.
like did TikTok dances? Like he was like a TikTok e-boy.
Mm-mm.
You couldn't
Mm-mm.
do it?
No, I feel like I'm too mature and grown for that behavior. But like, is it jokingly, like just having fun, or is it like serious, like thirst traps?
Like serious thirst traps.
No, thank you. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. Yeah, I don't know if I could. Like stuff like that cringes me out.
Yeah. Yeah. I if I see that stuff on my feed, I skip right through it. I'm like, I can't watch this. So no.
Yeah. Not even dancing, but just like thirst traps in general, or just
Hmm.
like posting a lot on TikTok.
Hmm.
It's kind of like mm,
Relax.
relax a little bit.
Take it
Like
easy.
I take TikTok like very like I don't take it seriously. Like when I
Right.
upload, it's like kind like usually it's just kind of just for fun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's nothing crazy.
Hmm.
And also, I'm not the type to thirst trap. So I feel like dating somebody who's the type to thirst trap would just not, we just are on two different
I
wavelengths.
was gonna say maybe if that is your vibe, then you would love to see like a cute guy doing it and slide into his DMs, but that's a little like high school frat
Yeah.
boy, maybe 21 years old peak age. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like if you can meet somebody naturally, like that's
So
just the best way.
yeah.
And
And
then
yeah, that'll
I
happen
think
for you.
it will. And as a
Mhm.
society, I think we should all move towards not having Instagram anymore.
Yeah, I
And I
feel
think we'll
like
get there.
yeah, because I feel like Snapchat's starting to do that. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
we're getting too old for that. So I feel like
Yeah.
literally the only social media I really spend a lot of time on is TikTok.
TikTok and Twitter for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like whenever I post, like, I feel like I'm at that point as an adult where if I post something on Instagram or something on my Snapchat story, I'm like, is this cringe?
Yeah.
Should
Like,
I
is
be
this
doing this? Am
like is
I
this
too old
stupid?
for this? No, literally, because before it was all about do I look cute? And now it's like, is this cringy or and weird? How will
Right.
I be perceived as a 23-year-old posting a photo of me on Instagram? Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's all so different now.
It's definitely like not as fun as it used to be, like when we were
Yeah.
teenagers.
It's kind of embarrassing. Fellas, is it gay to have Snapchat? Is it gay to post on your Snapchat story? Let us know. But anyway, that's really all I had to say about it. You guys should let us know if you've had any crazy dating experiences because Maz
I'm
is all
sure.
set, but me, I need help.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's tough. I was already like the only thing that was fun about Tinder is like swiping back and forth. I was like, you're
Yeah, it's
cute.
kind of
You're
fun.
not. You're cute.
Yeah, it's like who's hot and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you just see the ridiculous messages that you get, and then you just like laugh at them. But I saw this funny TikTok on TikTok, believe it or not, and
Can
I
you
just
believe it?
screenshotted it because it's like typed out. It's like a typed out scenario, and I thought it was kind of relatable to dating, so I'm gonna read it for you.
Let's hear
It
it.
says, "Bestie, I am a taken woman, but let me tell you this one thing. If you want to find a good man, they aren't on the apps. They're at Home Depot on a Saturday morning before 9 a.m. They've had their 2 cups of Joe and are grabbing a couple 2x4s for the fence they're updating. This is the plan, ladies. Saturday morning, brunch and mimosas, and then we're hitting up Lowe's.
What the hell kind of boy is she going for, bro?
A handy man. I just thought it was funny because it's like you aren't going to find them on dating apps. And she also said they're at Home Depot and then finished the TikTok with saying we're
With
hitting up
Lowe's.
Lowe's.
She just had to get every branch of like home improvement stores.
Who's the guy? Oh, move that bus guy.
Ty something.
Yeah, that's her man.
Oh my God. No, I don't know how I feel about that. All I
No?
see it in Home Depot is like grandparents.
I don't even remember the last time I like walked into a home improvement store. Like those aren't my kind of stores.
Really? I was there. I think I was there when I was back at home
I
with
don't
my
doubt
dad.
it. Yeah, it's your dad. So
Yeah. I was going with my dad.
your dad's like the
Yeah.
definition of Home Depot.
My dad is Home Depot. My dad's the depot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that girl is definitely going for a certain type of man,
Mhm.
and that's probably not the man I want.
No. If you could meet a guy like naturally, like in the way that we hope to, what kind of scenario would you want to build? Like in your head? Where would you want to naturally meet a guy that you think you could spend your life with?
Probably like a coffee shop that isn't my job,
Right, not Starbucks.
not Starbucks, or
Mhm.
just like at like a friend gathering, like a
Mhm.
mutual. Would love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And anything else that's not an inconvenience for me. Don't inconvenience me. If I'm like going grocery shopping or something,
Uh-huh.
I'm not going out. Like, I guess I'm just not in the headspace where like I could meet someone anywhere. But if I'm going grocery shopping, let me be and let me shop.
Like you guys are both like reaching for like the bag of potatoes and like your hands touch and you feel electricity.
I mean, I guess like whatever happens, happens, but that wouldn't be my ideal.
Right.
My
Like
ideal
coffee
scenario.
shop, bookstore, mutual friends, small gathering on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Is that too much
I
to ask
like
for?
I like the idea of meeting people like naturally or like at a
Yeah.
party, because if you're at like a party or social gathering, you can just like you have like the perfect opportunity to talk
Yeah.
to somebody and have an opportunity to leave a conversation.
Yeah.
You know
It's a
what I
good
mean?
place for like small talk where you know that there's not a lot of pressure on you. And
Yeah.
you know probably a few people there. So you have a good leeway out. Like if anything is like not your
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Or going on like a walk, like the park that I walk at. That would be sick.
Like a guy like walking his dog and he's
I'm
like
like,
tall and
yeah.
handsome.
Yeah, long, tall, and tan, long, and tan,
Gym
tall.
tan party.
What? It's
What's
gym
that?
tan laundry.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oof.
sorry guys.
That's uncomfortable. Anyway, do you have anything else to add about dating horrors in our 20s?
I mean, I've only been in enough relationships that I can count on one hand. So I wish I had like more like crazy stories about like crazy first dates or like uncomfortable
Yeah.
situations with dating apps, but I really haven't. But I know that probably a lot of you guys listening have because I feel like
Yeah.
it's really common, especially like when you're younger.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Yeah. I mean, you guys let us know, even though you guys have kept us so dry out here. Let us know if you have had any weird dating experiences or what you think about dating these days.
wait. You can't forget, Shell. You
What?
can't forget the one response we got on our Instagram.
Oh.
I don't have it on my phone. Do you?
What I said?
No, not what you said. It was what one of our followers said.
Oh, that comment.
Yeah, that one. Do you remember it? Because it expired on my side.
It was what was the prompt again was
It was share your TMI so we could share it on this week's episode.
that's right. And a follower said,
Yeah.
I shoved 46 jelly beans up my ass.
Yeah. That was really brave of them to share.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name was
Don't know what or who.
started with
No,
yeah,
I
I don't
don't.
know.
No, I don't remember. It was in the past.
Fair?
So
I don't know, something like that.
something with, yeah, I don't
Something
know.
with an S. Oh.
It's beyond me. I mean, that was like a whole calendar day ago. So
Yeah. Well, thank you to that one and only person that responded
Mhm.
to our
Mhm.
TMIs. We know you guys are having uncomfortable situations and we know you guys are having embarrassing things happening to you. And we
Yeah, please
need you
share.
to share with us. All right.
Stop
I'm
being a
looking dead
puss.
into the camera right now. You need to share with us because we can't do the same thing every week, guys. We need your help. You need to incorporate yourself because this is a shared community.
Thank you. Bye.
Public service
Okay.
announcement.
Public service announcement. Thank you. Okay, so I think now would be a good time to move into our highly beloved, muchly anticipated Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
Awesome, beautiful. Okay, I think this week it's your turn to spin the wheel of hotness.
I
So
think it
go,
is.
ready? Go ahead and spin. Okay, here we go. She spun it. She's Spanish.
It was the blue.
Okay.
Top 3 turn-ons.
All right. Here we go now. Run down. Let's get here now.
So this is this sort of 75, gonna get 80, 80, 80.
Come on, gonna get one. Gonna get one. Thank
My
you.
top 3 turn-ons.
Yep. Feel free to go as deep as you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta think of them. Wow. Okay, what like turns me on?
What like really like grinds those
Like,
gears
gets
in
me
the right
going.
way? Yeah, you see somebody, you're like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Probably like a really deep eye contact.
What? I was not expecting that from you.
Well, I'm thinking about like my partner more so than like generally.
Okay.
Like
That's funny.
like eye contact and it's like no.
Mhm.
Um
God, Shorty has been in a relationship for too long. Ladies, we need to help our girl out. She's fallen. She's a fallen soldier.
Girl, what the heck? Why can't I think of any?
What turns you on?
Kindness?
Anything physical? Like
Um,
on a guy? Like any like physical attributes?
Probably like really like big veiny hands.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bark,
Like
bark. Arr, arr. Hell yeah. Love to see
yeah,
that. You'll find a guy like that at Home Depot for sure.
yeah. Big
Mhm.
strong hands, sexy eye contact, and a really, really nice smile.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
A good
Yeah.
smile is good.
Like a smile
Good
that
mouth.
makes you smile. Like that turns me on.
Yeah. Those usually make good seats too. All right, moving on to our TMIs. Do you have anything to share?
Um, Today I went to the optometrist because your girl finally grew up and she got fitted for contacts.
Yay.
Don't worry, they're just dailies, so I just wear them whenever I want. They're not every day. I still have my glasses, don't worry. I was sitting before they send contacts home with you, they need to make sure you can like put them in and out. So I was sitting in like the middle of the freaking lobby of this place. Have you ever been to the eye doctor where it's like very open? Like they're all like little tables
I was
around
like in
and
the mall. Yeah.
yes, but it's like that, but it's its own building area.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's just open. And I'm like sitting at one of the tables, literally like having to put a contact in my eye for like the first time ever. And I was like I was trying to do it so bad that like my eyes were getting like bloodshot. I was like tearing up. I was getting lightheaded because I kept on touching my eyeball. And
Yeah.
I just looked like an idiot. And like even the lady that was fitting with me, she was like telling me how to do it. Are you laughing? Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just I'm
Oh,
just like, yeah, no, please
listening to
keep
my
going.
stupid story. Even the lady that was like telling me how to do like, oh, like hold your eye like this, put it like this. She was like, why are you so nervous? Yeah. And I'm
What the
like,
fuck, Shorty?
well, she didn't say it like in a rude way, but like she said it. And I was like, I have like pretty rough like health anxiety. Like I've passed out and thrown up like at the dentist and at the dermatologist. Like this isn't new for me. And so she's like, oh, okay. I don't know. It was just like I felt stupid. Like I felt like why can't I put this damn contact in my eye? But
Yeah.
it's the
Well,
first time I've ever put anything in my eyeball. So it's like,
that's kind of also like a pretty intimidating environment to be in for them
yeah,
to
I'm
be
like,
like, okay, put this in.
I'm sitting in this open room and I'm going like this. I'm like trying to put it on my eyeball.
Oh my God, no, I'd pass out, bro.
Yeah. And it took me like 30 minutes because obviously it took me a long time because I couldn't do it. So yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I didn't throw up this week, guys.
Oh, thank God.
I didn't
You
throw
broke your
up.
2 week streak. 2 or 3 weeks it's been.
Right? I'm so proud of
Jeez.
myself.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Way to go, girl.
Thanks, girl. What's your
Well,
TMI?
I'm glad you're on your contacts journey now.
Thank you. I'm grown.
My TMI happened yesterday. It's kind of a funny story. I was at Target before heading to a friend's house to
Slay.
stay the night. So I needed to get like something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I leave Target, I go in my car, and you know the process of when you open your door and you put your butt in and then sit down, like you're just going to sit in the seat.
Yep.
That whole movement, right? Okay, so just imagine you're getting in your vehicle.
Yeah.
At somehow,
Some way.
some way, as I'm
Mhm.
getting in, my head must have been tilted to just the right location geographically. I hit my head on the
Mhm.
top of my door. So as I'm
Oh.
getting in, I bonk my head on my door. And that was such a powerful force that it catapulted my head into my car. So I literally hit the bonk bonk like both ways. I so I got fucking double penetrated each side of my skull. I
Oh
sit
no.
down, I close the door, and I just start wailing, crying because it happened so quick.
You're like screaming, crying.
I'm literally like, what the fuck just happened? Like crying because it hurt like a bitch.
I would have been so pissed off at myself.
I was so mad. I'm like, I literally, so I didn't cry right away, sat down. I hit the pinch right here in between my nose, like,
Oh.
holy fuck.
Oh.
Like where you pinch right the skin in between your eyes.
You
I'm
hit
like,
that?
no, I just sat
Oh,
down
you okay.
after I hit my head.
You also hit it. I'm like, that's where you like broke your nose.
No. Oh my God, no. I did the double hit.
Yeah.
I slouched down in my seat. I hit the like one of those, like the deep exhale while gripping
Yeah.
my nose skin.
You're like,
And I
this
just
is
went,
about to
ah!
send me off the edge.
And after I did that, I just cried and then I started laughing. And then for some reason, I found about the TikTok. I said bombastic side eye.
You said that?
Yeah, to myself in my car. So I'm crying. I just look up, I'm like bombastic side eye. And then I started laughing and I'm like, all right, I'm good.
It's a good thing
Just
you have
left.
like tit in your car.
I
Because
know.
imagine being like someone right next to you, watching you slam your head twice, sit there, grab your face, cry, and then say like mouth bombastic side eye.
Dude. I don't know. I have some sort of mental illness. If I saw that, I'd be dying of laughter if I saw somebody else
I'd be
do
like,
that.
same, like me too.
I would be like, oh my God, that poor soul.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, that's my TMI. I woke up, my head's okay today, but it was sore. And this side still hurts really bad. It was like right here.
Yeah, bouncing that shit like a basketball.
For real, bro. My shit's so clearly my head's not dense to just absorb the shock of one blow. It literally bounced off my door into my car,
Had to
into the frame.
ricochet.
Oh my God. Yeah. So anyway, I got hurt.
Mm.
And yeah, that's it. So
Live to tell the story.
yep. All you can do is live, laugh, love. And that's what we did. Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic
All right, guys.
side eye.
Well, I think that kind of wraps up this week's episode of Probably TMI. Cheers.
Cheers.
If you guys missed what just happened, we just did a finger heart across
like side
country.
to side.
Yeah, side to side across country. Make sure you go check that out on YouTube. You guys, we are live on Spotify, and in a few days, I need to check up on this first, but we'll be available on Google Podcasts and also Amazon Podcasts. So go check us out there now. We have a few more platforms. Still working on Apple Music, but it is the most tedious thing to get your podcast on Apple Podcasts.
And we do not have a manager. We are self-driven.
We're self-made, baby.
So
self-made. Keep an eye out for us on there. If you like our stuff, please consider subscribing. And if we are on in your bedroom right now as you do other tasks, Thanks for giving us those views and those clicks.
Cheers to you.
That's all we're here for.
You guys
Cheers.
have a special place in our heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that wraps up the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one. And
Love
until
you.
then, have a great day. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.